The Planning Inspectorate plays an important part in the planning system to make independent decisions on appeals for planning, enforcement and land use matters, as well as holding meetings and hearings for national infrastructure and local plans in a fair, open and impartial way. At the start of the Covid-19 outbreak, we took actions to help limit the spread of the virus by putting our casework events like site visits, hearings and public inquiries on hold. We recognise that this has had an impact on the prompt service that our customers expect of us. During these exceptional times, we want to play our part in keeping the planning system moving as much as possible. We've been able to progress a large proportion of cases currently with our inspectors. These are the ones that either don't require an event or where the event has already taken place. For the remaining cases that need evidence gathered by site visit, hearing or inquiry, we have been taking steps to find alternative ways to progress them. Site visits. For many appeals, we need to visit the proposed site to make an informed decision. If your case requires a site visit, we will contact you and the other main parties about how we will conduct the site visit safely and adhere to government guidance on physical distancing. This may mean, for example, leaving a side gate open during the allocated time of the site visit, or wearing a face covering, or keeping a safe distance apart if you need to accompany the inspector. Hearings and inquiries. For complex cases that require the inspector to hear detailed evidence from a number of parties, then a hearing or inquiry is the most appropriate way to decide the case. With all physical hearings and inquiries currently postponed, we will hold these virtually, online and via telephone where possible. If you are invited to join a virtual event, there are many similarities to a physical event with an inspector leading the meeting. However, the key differences are: the virtual hearing or inquiry will take place online via Microsoft Teams. This is similar to Skype or Zoom and allows everyone to see and hear each other. A planning inspectorate case officer will be present at the meeting to make sure everyone can take part fairly. The inspector will lead the discussion and tell you when it's your turn to speak. If you don't have a device to connect to the online meeting, you will be able to call a phone number so that you can hear proceedings and speak when it's your turn to give evidence. The virtual event will include regular adjournments, so parties are not sat in front of their screens for long periods without a break. The event could therefore run for a longer period than would normally be expected with a physical event, and we may need to hold more than one meeting for the issues of the case to be explored by the inspector. After the meeting, the inspector will carefully consider all the evidence and write either a decision or a recommendation if the decision needs to be made by the Secretary of State. We record the event for training and quality assurance purposes and to have an impartial record. For more information about our service and the latest updates, visit gov.uk/pins.